to get back. Keep working it, guys. Keep working it. You're doing great. I'm doing great. I'm getting a little tired. Crushed it. Crushed it. You gotta crush it. Crush it. We gotta stomp hard. Stomp hard. Stomp hard. You're crushing it. Crushing it. Crushing it. Yeah. Good break there, good break. Good job, guys. Here we go, ready? Get that whip going. Scare those tax collectors. Those merchants. Yeah, those merchants. Make sure you look afraid. And this is salt. You want that? And salt, salt, salt. Salt, 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 salt. Oh boy. Look how we're getting to. You're doing great, everybody. Oh, almost. Okay, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Here we go. Pull it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Wrestle with God, wrestle with God, wrestle. You gotta wrestle with God and he hits your hip. You'll walk like this for the rest of your life. But that's okay, because you got his blessing. 2 minutes left. No longer. I'm gonna go for the bucket. No! I'm not gonna puke. Okay. Sharp the knife. Ride the horse up the mountain with the knife. Put your boy in back. Hoist it up! No! Hoist it up! Abraham, no! Hoist it up! Abraham, no! 1 minute 30, guys. We can do this. Okay, this one's important. The meekness is important. All right, 1 minute, guys. We're doing great. Keep it meek, but then watch this. This is not meek. Coming at the end. With swords! Swords! Cut down the enemy! Flame them dead! Flame them dead! Flame them dead! Whew! Whew! Yeah, there. You can do it! This one's important too. We're sowing the seeds! Here we go! Sowing it! Make sure you hit that fertile ground! Stay away from the grass! Watch your back. No, God's got it for you. Watch your back. No, God's got it for you. I don't know much more I can do this. You're gonna have to take it for me. On the last push. Literally. Stand 10. 14 left. 14. Okay, guys, we don't have to start. Let's just start the service.
Hey guys, it is a brand new month here with 252 and First Look, the month of June, and we are so excited about the topics that we have that we're going to get to tell you guys about the new Life app, the new verse, and we're just going to have a lot of fun this month. Now, of course, the reason that we're meeting together like this is because we still haven't been given the go-ahead to have our children's ministry live on Sunday morning, so until we're given that go-ahead from Governor Hutchinson, then this is what we're going to be be doing every Monday night at 7 o'clock. We can't encourage you enough. Be involved. Don't forget, we have those small group activities that we want you to be doing following our large group time together. If you do not have that in material, please get in touch with me because I want you to have it and I want your family to be doing those small group activities together. But as we move forward tonight and as we jump into a very, very exciting and special time with our school-age kiddos in 252, we have a brand new theme. And that theme, of course, it is on your screen right now. That theme is focus. Take a closer look. Focus. Take a closer look. And you say, what are you talking about with focus? What is that? What could the Life app be that we're trying to talk about with focus? It's real simple. We are talking about, for the month of June, something called faith. And we define faith like this. Faith is trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. Trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. Sometimes we've talked about, some people might say you have to have blind faith. That's just not true. And we're going to talk more about that as we go along tonight together as we talk about that Life app of faith. Now, our Bible verse that we're going to be using for the month of June is going to come from the book of Hebrews, chapter 11. Of course, Hebrews chapter 11, it's known as the faith chapter. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Confidence in what we hope for, and what we do not see, and that confidence coming from things that we know have happened because we have a written record of it. And that's why tonight we're going to be telling you about some real true information from the Bible, and we actually are going to be coming out of the book of Hebrews. Now, this book, this Hebrews book, and this specific chapter that we're going to be talking about tonight, it has a laundry list of individuals in the Bible who did some amazing things and showed faith while they were doing it. People like Noah and Abraham and all of those, what we might call champions of the faith. Hebrews chapter 11 tells us all about what they did and what God did for them. And because of that, that means that I and you can also have faith because we know that God came through big time when He needed to. And so we've got an example that we want to show you, kind of a loose example of maybe what that can mean. So I'm going to ask Ella, if she will, to come up here on stage with me. Of course, everybody knows Ella. She's my daughter. She's 8 years old. She's going to be coming up on stage, and I'm going to let Ella have her microphone so you can talk just for a minute. Hi, Ella. How are you?
Good.
Now, you got to talk loud, so talk loud. So tell me, Ella, do you have confidence and faith in me?
Yes.
You do. You believe that I'm going to take care of you, right?
Yes.
Why? Why do you believe that I'm going to take care of you?
Because I've seen you do it before.
You've seen me do it before, right? You've seen me help you out, and you've seen me pick you up when you fall, and you've just really seen me try to take care of you, haven't you? So you have evidence that I'm going to take care of you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to see if that's true, okay? So what we're going to do, I'm going to take the microphone. We're going to do something called a trust fall. Now, me and Ella this past Friday, we went ziplining, and we had to do some trust falls while we were ziplining, which was a lot of fun. But right now, I'm going to have Ella do a trust fall into my arms. And she's just going to fall back and hope, or maybe have faith, that I'm going to catch her. Now, we've already talked about why she's going to do that is because she's seen me do it before. She's got evidence that I am going to take care of her. And because she's seen me do it, she can have faith. So, Ella, you ready? All right, so Ella's going to turn around. She can't see me, and she's just going to fall back. So go ahead, babe. Just fall back into my arms. And she showed faith because she knew that I had done it before. Now, was that kind of scary?
It was.
A little bit. Were you nervous? But you knew I was going to catch you, right? Thanks, Ella. All right, you can go off. And see, God's the same way. We know that God has done great things for people in the history of humankind. We know He's done great things, and so we can have faith that He's going to do the same thing for us in our lives as well. We've got a great story that we want you to watch. It comes from Hebrews chapter 11, the faith chapter, some great stuff. So hang tight, families, and watch this story right now about how we can have faith because of what God has already done.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Hebrews, chapters 11 and 12.
Gotta have a little faith, 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 faith. Keep the faith. Take a leap of faith. You know, a lot of people toss around the word faith lately. We say you can break the faith, or just take it all on blind faith. But true faith isn't blind at all. It's much more than just an inspirational word. True faith has to do with believing in all the things you can't see because you start with what you can see. Now, we can't see God with our physical eyes, but we can see the stories of people who came before us. They lived in a broken world like we do, but they chose to follow God. They chose to trust His promise that one day He would send a rescuer that would make everything right again. The writer of Hebrews in the New Testament tells us about some of these men and women in God's story. People like Noah. People like Abraham.
Abraham.
When God called Abraham, he was already getting old. He and his wife Sarah didn't have kids.
Leave your country and your people. Leave your father's family. Go to the land I will show you. All nations on earth will be blessed because of you.
God was planning on sending His rescuer as one of Abraham's etc. grandchildren. But still, even though Abraham had God's promise, he still couldn't see the one God was sending. Still, Abraham went on a wild adventure, following God's call. And even his descendants, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, all chose faith in God. Moses, too, was called by God from the fiery heart of a burning bush. Even though he was raised by Pharaoh's daughter, he chose to stand with his own people and face Pharaoh's anger to win freedom. We read about it like this in the book of Hebrews.
Moses suffered shame because of Christ. He thought it of great value.
See, when you check out Hebrews, you discover this huge list of people who followed God by faith. So many that the writer just stops trying to list all of them. Oh, but we can't forget Israel's most important king, David.
Get up and anoint him. This is the one.
Even though God had promised David would be king, though, David spent years on the run from King Saul, fearing for his life. Still, he chose to trust God.
The Lord is my shepherd. He gives me everything I need.
Now, none of these people in the Old Testament could see with their eyes how God was going to save His people, but they could see how He was working in their lives, how their needs were being met. So they chose to believe in His greater plan. They chose faith.
Faith is being sure of what we hope for. It is being sure of what we do not see. That is what the people of long ago were praised for.
Now, here's where the story turns. In Hebrews, we discover that none of those people in the Old Testament received what God had promised here on earth.
That's because God had planned something better for us, so they would only be made perfect together with us.
God's plan includes all of us from the very beginning of creation. So at just the right moment, at the perfect point in time, God sent His rescuer, the hero, His very own Son, Jesus. Jesus showed us how to live. He showed us what God was like, and He told us the most important thing.
If you love one another, everyone will know you are my disciples.
Love God, love others. It's the heart of the whole story. But then, Jesus was killed, and His friends thought the story was finished. Period. Dot. the end. Until God raised him back to life. Jesus has defeated death, and those who follow him can live with him forever. But how do you follow someone you can't see? Well, that brings us back to faith.
Let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started this journey of faith, and he is the one who completes this journey of faith. He paid no attention to the shame of the cross. He suffered there because of the joy he was looking forward to. So think about him. Then you won't lose hope.
The early believers, Peter and John and other followers of Jesus, had seen him teach and heal. They saw him after God raised him to life. But after Jesus returned to heaven, the believers continued to live by faith.
We have to speak about the things we've seen and heard.
Because of what the new Christians in the early church had seen, they could believe in what they could not yet see, the end of the story, where God makes everything right. They kept the faith, and because they did, we can choose faith too.
Pretty cool story, right? I mean, that was pretty cool. We can have faith because God has already showed us that he's going to take care of things. And we've got all kinds of examples in the Old Covenant and in the New Covenant of examples where God took care of things. And because of that, I can have faith as well. In fact, that really runs into our bottom line for tonight, which our bottom line for this first week in June is this. You've got it on your screen. You can know Jesus even though you've never seen him. I mean, I've never seen Jesus, not in person, but I can have faith and I can know him because so many people, they did meet him and they wrote it down and they told us all about it. And so I'm just not taking a wild, blind faith guess that Jesus is who he says he is. I can take what people before me did, what they said, and what they wrote down. And because of that, I can know that Jesus really did exist and he really did all of those things that he said he did. So some great stuff. Don't forget our life app for the month of June is faith. Trusting in what you can't see because of what you can see. So thanks, guys, for our 252 age kiddos. Thanks for watching. Families, right now, we would encourage you when we say goodbye, go ahead and jump into that small group material that you received from us yesterday morning. And if you didn't get that small group material because maybe you weren't here, please let us know each week that you need that digital copy. We'll get that to you, and because we really want you guys as a family to do those small group activities together to reinforce this very important life app of faith. And so to our 252 kids, thanks for watching. We're going to sign off, take about a 30-second break, and then it will be time for our preschool age kids in First Look. So we'll see you guys later. Hey, First Look, our bottom line tonight. I can believe in Jesus. I can believe in Jesus. And we've got a really cool story and a really cool, real, true story from the Bible that gives us a lot of great examples of why we can believe in Jesus. And so we hope that you'll sit back, kick your shoes off. They're probably already off if we're being honest. Get comfortable, and families, y'all sit down and y'all watch this real, true story from the new covenant. And then when it's over, do that small group activity that we have ready for you. If you didn't get that small group activity, let us know. We want to send you a digital copy because we think it is so important that we take a few minutes and we really invest in our preschool age kiddos' lives to get a very important bottom line across, that you can know Jesus. So watch this video right now.
Just follow me through. Hoo, hoo.
Follow me through. Follow me through. Who? Ollie's got a Bible story for me and you.
I spy with my little eye. Stormy's bone! You found it! Good job, Stormy Jane. Oh, hi, friends. I'm Carrie, the dog walker, and this is my best dog, Stormy Jane. We were just playing I Spy, but I know you came here for a story. Do you think we could keep playing I Spy while we tell the story? You do? Great! Okay, so today's true story from the Bible begins a long time ago, when God sent an angel to a woman named Mary. Does anyone see an angel? Make some binoculars like this and look with me. I spy with my little eye an angel. The angel had a very special message for Mary. She was going to have a baby boy. The baby's name would be Jesus, and he would be God's son. Jesus is very special because Jesus is God's son. Mary and Joseph traveled to a city called Bethlehem. Do you see a city? Look with me. Ready? I spy with my little eye a city called Bethlehem. When Mary and Joseph got to Bethlehem, they had to stay in a stable where animals live. Mary and Joseph rested and waited for baby Jesus to be born. Then it happened. Jesus was born. Let's look for baby Jesus. Ready? I spy with my little eye Jesus. Mary wrapped baby Jesus and laid him in a manger. Now, Jesus didn't just stay a baby. He grew up and did amazing things only he can do. Jesus told a thunderstorm to stop, and it stopped. Jesus made sick people all better. Jesus even fed over 5,000 people with just a few pieces of bread and fish. Jesus did so many amazing things. The people who saw Jesus do these amazing things wrote them down. And now we can read the stories in the Bible. These stories teach us that Jesus is real and can do amazing things. Now we all can believe in Jesus. Oh, hey, Ollie. Ollie, tell me, who can believe in Jesus?
I can believe in Jesus. Yes, it's true. Now let's hear it from you. Tell me, who can believe in Jesus?
I can believe in Jesus. That's the truth, friends. You better believe it. See you next time. Bye.